Hey, my name is Mahal, I'm the CEO of Naran.
My name is Luca, and I'm the CEO of Naran.
Luca, when AI first came out, there was a terminology that was going around that people were saying this is going to be the next big skill you're going to have to learn in order to be successful in the age of AI. And that term was prompt engineering. So in this video, let's break that down. Is it just a fad? Is it just something people throw around all the time? Does it actually matter? And if it does, how you can optimize your prompts in order to get the best outcome out of AI.
For sure. So you said it right there. The reason why we do prompt engineering, which is essentially the skill of writing a better prompt, is to actually get the most out of the LLM. So to get the exact desired outcome that we're looking for from the LLM. And be that from an AI agent, be that from ChatGPT, or really whatever other AI tool comes out, prompt engineering is at the core of how do you use an LLM. Now, to answer your question, if it's a fad or if it is the skill of the decade, in reality, it's somewhere in between. It is very important, and it does differentiate a lot of really good AI users and users that are not that good at AI. So if we take a look here and we really get to see the intent that's behind prompt engineering, unfortunately, most people use ChatGPT just like how they used to use Google, where essentially everything was just a single line of questioning. It was mainly used for questions and answers.
It's like a query.
Exactly. Everything was very based around keywords and trying to get the exact question that you're looking for. And that, I think, did a little bit of harm in training us to use an LLM the same way. And then especially the first use case of the LLMs were to do question and answering. And so we kind of took that bad habit into using AI agents. And so when we think of prompt engineering, we like to think about it as you're providing the LLM a brief. And most of the times I take a couple of minutes with my prompts. It's not just a question, but there's an actual structure of how you provide a LLM enough information so that it can give you the response that you're looking for. I always say to business owners, treat the LLM and the AI agent as if it was a junior employee. You wouldn't give a junior employee a one-sentence instruction, but you would rather give it a proper brief with examples, and that's what we can see over here. We give the LLM a role, so you're a software architect. Give it examples of good work, so good critiques of software. We break down the task, so do step number 1, 2, 3, and so on. And we talked about this when doing context management. You want to keep everything within sort of a constraint. Don't go over 2 pages or 300 characters of whatever is your constraint. And then work on iterating the same way after that. A lot of people, maybe they work on the first prompt, and then their second and third iterations and interactions with the LLMs tend to be just a couple of words or just a couple of sentences. The idea is, how can you now have the second prompt, third prompt, and so on also be those very structured briefs? Now, you don't have to waste all the time in the world doing this, but it tends to give the best outcomes.
Okay, and something that we've covered in the past as well is that giving the AI model enough context is very important, but also not going overboard with a lot of information is also very important at the same time.
Yeah, especially with the new models. If we look at the new models, they're taking more and more time to give us the answers back, typically because they're action-oriented models, and so they're doing a lot of work behind the scenes. So if we give it too little instructions, it might go and check a bunch of different documents. It won't know really where to look. It'll spend too much time, too many tokens, not give you the response that you need. But the same way, if you give it too many, like how we had the case earlier this week where we were giving our AI agents way too many tools, for example, in this case, the agents just ignored the instructions. And so what we really want to do is find that middle ground, especially with these really strong models.
Okay, and to wrap it up, essentially, the whole concept of prompt engineering, without making it too complicated or making it sound like it's more than it actually is giving the LLM enough context, but not too much information on what it needs to get done. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, you can subscribe to the channel. You can also subscribe to our newsletter, links down in the description below. And you can connect with us on LinkedIn, where we're very active on a day-to-day basis. We'll see you in the next video.